Hey, how's it going? I'm doing well. Are you the boss around here? Okay. I just wanted to come introduce myself. I'm Kostner. I take care of all you guys in here with the Enviro Guard. Did anybody tell you I was coming by today?
No.
Okay, I just do the bugs for everybody.
Oh, okay.
So most of the neighbors that I've talked to today, they had someone before upgrading. I was just seeing who you guys use for the bugs.
For the what?
For the bugs.
Okay, everybody. I started doing these pitch reviews like 2 years ago, and I did a really good job of them for a while, but then I kind of laid off. But I'm gonna start again. So all you top reps out there in market, all you big salesmen, I need you to send me an audio recording, just like this one that we're listening to, of your pitch. And I'm gonna do a breakdown video similar to this, and then upload it to our YouTube so that we can use it for training purposes. And it's a phenomenal way for especially new sales reps to learn how we're doing it at the highest level. And so Kostner, this is Kostner Chaffin out in Dallas Fort Worth. He was in Waco at this point. He sent me this recording like a week ago or a week and a half ago. And guys, Kostner is crushing it this summer. Kostner sold with us for like 5 weeks 2 summers ago, and then he did like 175K last summer, and truthfully probably only like 3 actual months of knocking. And this year he's on a total tear. I believe Kostner is above 125K already. He is freaking fun to work with, like one of my favorite guys to work with. He's high energy, he's likable, he's cool, he's swaggy. He's one of the ones who, if you see him on Instagram, his shout out page, he always looks the coolest. He's got the Chrome Hearts hoodie, he's got kind of long hair, a little mustache. Kostner's skinny. And so there's something to be learned from how everyone does the pitch. Okay. And none of you, as you get better and better at this job, are going to pitch or sell the exact same way. There will always be little nuances, little key things that you have to do different in order to excel at the highest level yourself. I mentioned that Costner's skinny. He just is. I was describing him, but it also plays into how he does the pitch, how he presents himself, like who you are and how you come off to people will in some ways determine how you need to sell. For example, I'm a bigger dude. I tend to stand back a little bit farther, especially late at night, because I don't want to scare people or I don't want to seem like I'm up in their business. Girls, when they tend to sell, it's totally fine for them to stand a little bit closer and be a little bit more bubbly or friendly. And so I'm going to do this with a lot of pitches. I'm going to try and do at least a couple a week, especially if you guys send me some really good ones. I haven't listened to this pitch yet, so this could be the world's best pitch. It could not be. But we're going to listen and talk about the good things that Kostner does. Kostner's a 5-star salesman, so most of it's going to be good things that he does, things that you should pay attention to. If there's a little thing or two that I would do differently in here, I'll always mention it. But Kostner's freaking phenomenal salesman, so mostly good things. And I want you guys to pay attention to 2 or 3 different little things that you can take from this pitch and put into your own. I feel like once you reach a certain level of sales, what makes you even better is just those 1 to 2 little nuances, those one-liners, the way to close, a different way to handle a smokescreen or objection, whatever it is. But those little improvements make all the difference. So I'm going to re-listen to Kostner's intro now that you guys know what I'm doing. It was a good hook. And we'll break it down and go from there.
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing well. Are you the boss around here? Okay. I just wanted to come introduce myself. I'm Kostner. I take care of all you guys in here with the Enviro Guard. Did anybody tell you I was coming by today?
Okay, pause. First off, Kostner is engaging. He's likable. He's cool. He's high energy. Hey, how are you, ma'am? Like, that is such a unique and good tonality. And it definitely catches the ear. You're like, oh, I should listen to this guy. He sounds friendly. He sounds upbeat. He's happy. He's pitching a female. And so he's probably mirroring her a little bit different than he would if he was pitching a 6'6", former NFL player. He would probably lower his tone at that point and sound a little more, hey, how's it going, sir? I'm Kostner. I also love how Kostner leads into it. Did anybody tell you I was going to be swinging by? He gives himself a reason to stop by their door and totally lowers their guard with that line. Let's keep going.
Okay, I just do the bugs for everybody. So most of the neighbors that I've talked to today, they had someone before upgrading. I was just seeing who you guys use for the bugs. For the bugs. Yeah. So
So I love that. In these competitive markets, which Waco, Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, everywhere that you guys are knocking right now, Miami, it's all competitive. He automatically assumes that she has a company. Yeah, I do a lot of the neighbors out here. I just wanted to see if you guys had already signed up with someone, or if not, wanted to talk to you about it. It lowers their guard. Okay. They're automatically gonna, it kind of pre overcomes the smoke screen of I've got somebody. I just wanted to see who you guys ended up with. Sweet. Perfect. The reason I ask, I've had a lot of people switch over. Or in this case, she didn't have someone. So great. You go into your new sign up pitch.
Most of the neighbors that I talk to today, I'll just kind of show you up here. You guys are getting a ton of wasps. And then by the windows, have you seen all the eggs you guys are getting?
Okay. There is zero downtime there. He goes right from that kind of intro into pointing out hot buttons. No downtime. One thing that I'll see a lot of, especially rookie sales reps do, and it costs you deals, is after you get through that intro, you'll pause and wait to see if the person's going to let you proceed or not. When you pause, inevitably, they're going to give you a smoke screen or objection. Guys, I'm just going to be honest. No one wants to listen to the door-to-door guy. So 99% of the time, they're going to cut you off there, and it makes your job harder because that's another smoke screen, another objection that you have to overcome. Kostner has zero pause here. He goes right from intro into his, I wanted to see if you signed up with somebody, straight into the pitch. So let's re-listen to that one more time.
So for most of the neighbors that I talk, I was just seeing who you guys use for the bugs. For the bugs. We should never had anybody. Yeah. So for most of the neighbors that I talked to today, I'll just kind of show you up here. You guys are getting a ton of wasps. And then by the windows, have you seen all the eggs you guys are getting? Okay. So those are all spider eggs. So do you guys know what Benson up here? So what's happening is he called me out.
Name dropping. Okay. He's using the bandwagon. You know, Benson, your neighbor, he called me out because he was getting the same thing, those spiders. Bandwagoning is another very effective sales tool.
Because all this stuff's starting to match and they're pushing inside the home and jumping. So one thing I do is I just come through here and knock everything down all the way around the home, and then I'll leave it with Ellen. That way nothing comes back. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah. Okay. No, for you guys, I guess how long have you been in the home for? Year three, right on. I like your hoodie. It's cool. Is that the Kanye one?
Okay. Sorry, I got a call, so I had to do a little quick pause there, which you won't notice because I cut them out. But I'm pretty sure what I was talking about was Kostner uses kind of like a tension reducer here. And so pro level sales reps, as they're going through the pitch, when they're resolving smoke screens and objections at these different points, they'll almost do like a brief intermission. They give the person just a really quick 10-second break. Kostner in this video comments on her hoodie and asks her a question about, is that the Kanye one? Which has nothing to do with the sale, obviously, but it builds some rapport with her and it just reduces the tension of the sale for a really quick second, kind of humanizes the interaction. So I call that like a tension break. We'll listen to it one more time. Year three, right on. I like your hoodie. It's cool. Is that the Kanye one?
No, it's like similar though.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I like that a lot. So for most of the neighbors that I've talked to,
One thing with these tension breaks, and Kostner does a good job of this, you want to get right back into the pitch. Don't dilly-dally and spend 45 minutes now talking about her hoodie. Get to business. Some people want to talk a little bit more, but get back to business. And Kostner does a great job of this.
through here today, they get like the wasps, the ants, the spiders real bad, and then the rodents. What's it kind of been for you guys?
We had more wasps.
Okay. Kostner does a good job here. I do have one thought, and whatever Kostner is doing is working. So I never want to be the expert because I'm not the best at sales. I'm okay, but Kostner's freaking good. Kostner says something about a lot of the neighbors has been the ants, the rodents, the wasps. What all have you guys been getting? A question that I like even better is, have you guys been getting more ants or more wasps? Or have you guys seen any ants or any wasps? You want to ask them a question that they inevitably say yes to. They admit to having a hot button. And so I love to frame those questions in kind of a pointed way where either answer gets me what I want. Kostner kind of leaves it open-ended because this lady is super chill and she's listening, she's engaging in the conversation.
Hey, that's good. That's good. So I'm just gonna say I noticed through here, you guys are getting a ton of like the ants, like up along the side of the home. So for Darren, he was getting them more like inside of the home, like in the bathroom, the kitchen. Is that the same for you guys?
We noticed it at first, but then it
kind of stopped. So with the mild winter this year, so I'm sure you haven't seen anything crazy yet, but come up this week, everything's gonna get hot and all those ants, they're gonna start pushing towards the home. So since I take care of all the neighbors, their bugs, they're gonna push on over to you guys. So I like to help you guys.
So good. Another thing that Kostner kind of does here is he hears her starting to be like, oh, we really don't have that much. And he pre-overcomes it. Okay. He pre-overcomes the objection. He says, look, I know, with the mild winter, it's creating a reason why she hasn't seen too much. It's probably haven't seen much yet. But with it starting to warm up, you're going to start seeing a ton. So he pre-overcomes that smoke screener objection.
Is out. So have you kind of seen all this? Check this out. Yeah, they're kind of everywhere. So does the kiddo play outside? So, okay, so for her, what I'd say is obviously you want her to come out and be able to play in the yard and not have to worry about all the fire ants. So what I do is I'll treat from the front of her all the way to the back property line. I just flush everything off the lot for you. That way nothing comes close to home, nothing goes inside. Okay. Now for you guys, you know what Round Rock is, obviously. So I'm a local company out of Round Rock.
Okay, Costner does a really good job here. He's poking. You can hear him. He's constantly poking and probing, trying to find the hot button. That might be one of the best things that I've heard from this pitch is Costner is extremely focused on finding the hot button. Now here he dives into the local line. Guys, if you aren't using that, use it. It's authentic, it's true, and people resonate with it. We're a local family-owned business. People want to support local. They want to support family-owned. Like we are giving jobs to people in whatever area that it is, and a local, like kind, down to earth, good guy or great gal owns the business, owns the branch. This is a good company. Wear that on your sleeve and use it to your advantage.
So I usually charge $250 to get a truck out here on a regular day. Since I'm here today, it's easy for me. I just been knocking out everybody today. It's just 69 bucks. Okay. After that, bugs are like a haircut. All these guys are gonna keep coming back. So I come out every other month for you guys. I bill it monthly. That way it's easy to budget. It's just 69 bucks. Okay. Now, if you see anything in between, or even honestly have a bad dream about a bug, you just give me a call and I'll come back for free. Okay. Now, most of the neighbors out here, they like me to start on the inside. You guys want me to do the inside as well, or just kind of stick to the base and out here in the yard?
Okay, really good, really clear way to explain price. I liked that bad dream about the bug line for the free resources. That was very good. Costner does a heavy discount. Says usually it's $250 to get the truck out. Today I can get it here for just 69 bucks on that first one. And then pest control is a lot like a haircut. It's something that you have to follow up on. Another great line that you guys can implement. So we come out every 2 months. We just bill it monthly. It's easy on the budget. 69 bucks a month. Okay. Does a good job here. Now, again, as someone who is always pressing us to get more on contract value, Costner definitely could have and probably should have anchored higher on the initial and the follow-ups. If he gets this deal, or even if he doesn't, he's missing out on some revenue there, some aces that he could use. Guys, as we get further and further into the sales process, people do things that work for them. And obviously Costner's selling at a really high level. So this isn't me calling him out at all. But discipline in pricing is where everybody in this company can make up $100, $200, $300, and that revenue adds up. If you get an extra $100 on 100 customers, well, guess what? That's an additional $10,000 in revenue. Like that's a good day. That's significant. That's important. That's several $1,000s in earnings. So always anchor high end price and then negotiate down as needed. I think Costner could tell that this girl was kind of just half listening, half not, and he's trying to throw out a bone and get her to bite, which, hey, again, it works. Try different things and find what works for you. But if possible, always be disciplined in pricing. One thing that I do love that Costner did here is he did a clear job explaining price, and then he went right to the close and used an option close. Most people like us to do the inside. Do you want us to do the inside or just the outside? Either answer leads to a yes.
Okay.
So my concern is like what is in the thing?
The spray?
Yeah.
So everything that I use is all kid pet eco friendly.
Awesome. Guys, as you get farther into learning about your sales and getting better, improve, you'll discover that you have to get no's in order to get yeses. And this is a perfect example of that. Okay, Kostner just closed her. He asked for the deal. And now she comes right out and says, hey, she's asking a buying question. My real concern, I'm thinking about buying this, but if you can answer this, then I will buy. My real concern is what's in the product. Kostner's going to do a good job overcoming that right now.
It's super safe for you guys. Okay. Do you guys have dogs?
Yes, I do.
So actually, you'll love this is today for everyone with dogs through here. What I'm doing, so you know how you guys get all the bunnies that run around and then all the coyotes and the deer?
Yeah.
So those guys, they all carry the tick and flea. Does that make sense?
He's a neighborhood expert. Everyone else is also getting those. All of a sudden, she's like, oh, yeah, he knows what he's talking about. And this adds another hot button to it. So he does a good job saying everything's totally fine for the family. I'll actually poke that a little bit more if it's me. I'll say, that's a big reason everyone uses us. Everything I use is completely kid and pet friendly. So it's good stuff. It's family friendly stuff that, you have nothing to worry about. In fact, I'm going to upgrade your service because there's a lot of rabbits and deer and coyotes that run around. Those drop off fleas and ticks. I'm going to go ahead and treat the whole yard for those. And I'll put that in the notes here. And then you go back to a close.
So what we do is I come through here. If I can sign you guys up today, I actually do tick and flea treatments for free. Okay, does that make sense? I just hop them on the products in the truck. I'll just to earn the business. I'll throw it out at you. Now, does that mean you just want to stick to the outside then? Okay.
So he goes back to the exterior inside close. A different close that I would have used there is now when we do that treatment, we're going to make sure we're getting those fleas and ticks everywhere. We want to do a really good job with them. To get to your backyard, is the gate on the left or the right of the home? And kind of use a different option close there. Sometimes it's a little bit smoother, but either way, it worked really well. You can also close using your phone. So you can say, awesome, I'm going to plug that into the notes here. Make sure we treat the fleas and ticks, type it in, spend a second typing in. What was your name, ma'am? And then you close them on the name and you start filling out the agreement. So all in all, phenomenal pitch by Kostner, a lot to be learned. Guys, please take training seriously. I want this to be the most dynamic, most dialed in, most improved. Like I want us to crush. Okay. We need 3 things to be good at this job. We talked about it in the last podcast. We need work ethic, we need confidence, and we need skills. We got to work on all 3 of them. I love this group. Nice job, Kostner.